Good morning and happy Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So today I figured, normally I pick out kind of a game that I want to play for these types of streams. I pick out something that I'm interested in or that I've just been playing in my spare time, and I play through it a little bit with you guys, and we see who wants to come, who wants to hang out for a bit and just chat and ask questions and all that fun stuff, because honestly doing these smaller things are one of my favorite parts, and I'm just getting some little things set up, like the lights behind me, while I chat with all of you. But happy Father's Day to any fathers out there, and of course congratulations, because you deserve all of it. You deserve absolutely all of it, because I don't think any kid really knows how hard a dad works, and as someone who is not a father myself, I don't understand fully either. So if you are a dad and you're hanging out here today, then on behalf of your child, I wish you the best of Father's Days. Yeah, and speaking of Father's Day, this is not going to be a necessarily super long stream. Hey, Sips, how's it going? I'm doing great. I got my tea in front of me. I got you guys here, and that's the best morning I could ever have, to be honest. Yeah, so while we're waiting, just try to keep in mind, if we don't get too many good suggestions, or if we don't get a suggestion that kind of works, then I will be sort of taking it into my own hands a little bit. Yeah, listen, that's awesome, Chris. I'm really happy. I know that you've in the few times that you've spoken very highly of your daughter, so that's absolutely incredible. Yeah, so let's just for now, we're gonna I need to fix some small things on the back end, because they did get a bit messed up during the Stars for Change stream when we were setting all that stuff up. So I do have a few bugaboos I gotta work out first, but okay, so we just can't use one of these views because this is absolutely not working. That's fine. I don't normally use that one anyway. I don't know if I need to do that, and then now you'll get sound. Yeah, so just to reiterate literally everything I just said. I for this stream I want to do something a little bit different, where I let you guys pick the game that we play. So if there's a particular game that you want to see me try for the first time, then drop your suggestion right here in the chat. And the condition is either it's on a good sale, where I could pick it up for a decent price, not full price, or alternatively, if it's on Xbox Game Pass, absolutely more than willing to jump into that as well. obviously would have to install it, but it's a good opportunity to just kind of sit back and chat and talk about some of the things that have been going on, because I know that we have a lot of Starfield stuff going on. I know that we have a lot of Avowed stuff going on, but if there is a particular game that you're like, hey, I would really love to see you try this one out, then let me know. Otherwise, I do have Darkest Dungeon 2, which is a personal favorite of mine that is ready to go, ready to jump into. But yeah, so by all means, please drop in your suggestions of things that you might want to see tried out for the first time. And while we kind of wait for that, it's a good opportunity, I think, to talk about some things that I've been seeing on my end. Also have Dishonored 2 ready to go as well. Have I done an obligatory preload of Starfield? No, I have not. I have not yet, because I do not know if I'm going to be getting the deluxe. I mean, I kind of have to. Just normally, I'm going to be brutally honest. If I was not creating content, I would not get the premium edition upgrade. I just wouldn't. Even though it does come with the DLC, I would just be a little bit more money conscious. But for the sake of coverage, I sort of have to get that edition. And so I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit closer, and then honestly I'll probably end up picking it on Steam, just so I do own that, because that's a game that I would like to own. As much as I love Xbox Game Pass, I've tried a lot of games on Xbox Game Pass. It's honestly, it is a really great service. And then I subscribe when I want to, unsubscribe when there's a bit of slow month. But I will say that a game like Starfield is something that I want to own and have in my library. So again, for anybody that is stopping by, if you have a suggestion for a game that you want to see me play, just throw it out there. As long as it's on a sale, it's a 10 megabyte placeholder. Yeah, I mean, listen, again, I probably will end up getting it on Steam anyways, is really what it comes down to. I'd buy that game. But yeah, when they say preload now, I feel like the preload actually goes live about the day before or even the day of, and you just kind of get that small little tidbit that's downloaded. Steam version is the one you can mod, most likely. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to mod one from Xbox Game Pass, because at the end of the day, it's just about putting the files for your mods into the appropriate folders, and that's really all it comes down to. Right, Lorefield? Thank you. It looks so believable. You see, look, and it even has 60 frames per second. I don't know. I think maybe I'm streaming in 60 frames per second. I don't know. If I'm not, then it has a solid 30 FPS. Very few frame drops, unless it's on, unless you don't have the hardware to run it. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if you have any suggestions, of a game that you want to try out, just let me know. Leave it in the comments, or leave it in the chat rather. And if it's a game that's either on Game Pass or it's on a sale, then I'm more than happy to jump into that. I also have Darkest Dungeon 2 that's ready to go on standby. And interestingly, I do also have, which I don't know if this would interest a lot of people, but I do also have a classic favorite of mine, which is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. That is pretty much ready to go. That's on standby as well. And I love Heroes of Might and Magic. It's one of my favorite games. But yeah, as for modding Starfield, it's just about putting the files in the right place. So as long as you can kind of find out where your games folder is, then you should be able to drop in any mods that you want. And realistically, something like Vortex, I think, can even detect it through whether you download it on Game Pass or Steam. The advantage of Steam, I guess, is people do sometimes upload mods to the workshop, to the Steam workshop, and you could do it straight from there. Any of the Dishonored, your game knowledge is not existent. That's totally fine. I do have Dishonored 2. I do have Dishonored 2 that is ready to go, so I wouldn't mind jumping into that. I've started a little bit of it. I have started a little bit of Dishonored. Which I actually realized, I thought I had finished Dishonored 2. I realized I had never actually finished Dishonored 2. Uh, I also can jump into Sea of Thieves as well. I don't know if that's something that people would care to see. But I do also have Sea of Thieves ready to go, pretty much. So yeah, I see a lot of different faces that are jumping in. So if there is a game you want me to try, leave it in here in chat. And no, Assassin, no. I'm not going. There are some prerequisites, and Peppa Pig is explicitly. If I just pull out my list that I have right here, if I gotta dig through some drawers to find it. Where is that? Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. You see, it says no Peppa Pig right there. That's one of the prerequisites. Oh, there you go. I love watching anything but live services. Nice. I have plenty. I don't. All right. So for you, Sea of Thieves is an absolute no, which is fine. That's totally fine. Garfield Kart, best game ever. Where would I even pick up? Let me get a little bit of music on in the background while we kind of find a game to try out. Let's just do some. We'll do some. Recently, I gotta be honest, I don't know why, but I've just been on a binge of listening to I've been on a binge of listening to the There we go. Ion, thank you. Oh, I'm turning the wrong thing down. There we go. There we go. Get a little bit of music in the background. Thank you. Yeah, I love covering Starfield. Starfield's a game I'm really excited for. And there's definitely more coming. I just don't want to be spamming out. Where would I even pick up Garfield Kart? Jesus. I don't want to just be spamming out Starfield stuff because I don't want to be just the Starfield guy. Garfield Kart Furious Racing. Garfield Kart Lasagna Bundle. Garfield Kart is 49 cents. Oh my god. Down from $5. I don't think... Is this an online game? Is anybody... I mean, it has very positive reviews. It has 9,000 reviews on Steam. And it is very positive. I mean, most of the comments and reviews are not that helpful. I.e. looking at Garfield took my virginity, then he ran my private section over in his cart, and I immediately forgave him. It felt so good. I love Garfield and torture. Yeah, so that's the kind of reviews you're getting. Resident Evil 2 Remake, Final Fantasy VII, Lost Odyssey. Assassin, some good, what is that? That was a review for Garfield Kart. That was a review for Garfield. Resident Evil 2 Remake. I could consider Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's not a bad one. Lost Odyssey. Final Fantasy VII Remake. As someone who's never played a Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy VII. Alright, so that one is $70. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. So I wouldn't necessarily jump into that. It's just, right now we're looking at, like, if a game's on sale or discounted. I've never played, not let alone the original, I've never played a Final Fantasy game before. Which, there you go. Lost Odyssey. What is Lost Odyssey? I don't see Lost Odyssey. I see Toy Odyssey, Lost and Found. If that counts. There you go. Or Hellblade. Ooh, Hellblade. Hellblade. Yes, I will absolutely accept Hellblade. Because I wanted to play that game anyway. Because I'm really excited for the sequel and I've never played Hellblade before. I've never played Hellblade before. So absolutely Hellblade is alright. We got 2 that says yes, Hellblade is alright. I know that's more of a story driven game, so it's gonna be less talky more watchy. But as long as you guys are cool with that, I will. It's a small game too. It's only 19 gigabytes, and the only reason it's going to take a long time to download is because I am streaming at the moment. So that will certainly gotta dip for some Final Fantasy. I'll catch you all later. All right, Lexi, I know that you cannot put down Final Fantasy. So there you go. Thanks for at least stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. And saying hi. Yeah, so Hellblade, if we're good with Hellblade, I will put that in the download queue. It's already at 2%. Otherwise, if there's some other suggestions, just be sure to let me know. Anyhoozle. Yeah, so there's a couple interesting things that while we wait for this game to download that I really did want to talk about, which is actually... Oh my god, the music for Garfield Kart was playing in the background. Have you played the original Alan Wake remake or the remaster? I have not played any Alan Wake games before. I have not played any Silent Hill games before, which is... I have never played a Metal Gear game before. Which is why... And it's not because I'm not into this games. I just missed them when they were... You know, when they were coming out. So, I simply missed them. And now that they're coming out with all of these remakes, I'm really excited to jump into them for the first time, or something like... I know Alan Wake already has had a remaster, so that one's a bit different. But now I'm seeing Alan Wake 2, which is looking really good to me. I'm really excited for more Alan Wake 2. I like the idea that they have both of those protagonists that you can jump into, so that you do get the perspective of someone who's brand new into this, or you could continue as Alan Wake. It's kind of like with Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2 letting you play as either Emily or Corvo was pretty cool of a decision. And then if you played as Emily, of course you get the new powers, but if you play as Corvo, you kind of get to continue through that tragedy that he's living, because he does have a really sad kind of tale going on. But now, for the first time, I'm excited to jump into each of these games. So, Hellblade is 8% at the moment. One thing I wanted to kind of get a bit of a vibe for as we wait for this to download is actually just if anybody has any opinions on Avowed. Because I did release most recently a video on Avowed. That was the last one that I did. And again, I don't want to just pump out. I can, and I know I could continue. Like, the channel growth has been absolutely incredible. It's been amazing. I've been so happy to see all these people jumping on board to support the channel and the content. And I know that I could just continue to skyrocket that growth if I just keep pumping out Starfield content and Starfield video after Starfield video after Starfield video. I know I could milk this cow dry. But I want to promote all the other games that I'm excited about, and I want to talk about the other games. And so I made a video about Avowed, which was kind of that break from Starfield content. I'll probably make a couple more Starfield videos, and then something perhaps on Immortals of Avium, perhaps on Avowed if more details come out about that game. But in the comments, I was very surprised to see of that video, and I'm not judging anybody who had this take, but I was very surprised to see that a lot of folks really do not like that Obsidian style of RPG. A lot of people really were saying, oh, I don't want to play with these small hub worlds. I do want this gigantic, expansive Skyrim version open world. And that was the original vision they had with Avowed. And they since shifted because they said, well, what do we do well? We do these tighter knit stories. And my personal take on all of that is, I really appreciate that Obsidian is trying to stick to their strengths. And that's not to say that I think The Outer Worlds was a perfect game. Far from it. There's a lot of room for improvement there. But what I will say is that The Outer Worlds had a very strong base to build off of. And I think if they improve things like the world density, they include a bit more content, they have more quests to go on, and they improve, because they're saying that the companions are a main focus for Avowed, if they improve that side of it, then I think they really could have a strong game on their hands. And a lot of people really didn't seem to be looking towards that. The only people opinion that matters on Avowed is a Pillars of Eternity, since it's a spin-off, and they really love it. Yeah, I've seen people in the Pillars community who both like it and they're not too fond of it too. Maybe I'm not browsing, or I've just seen certain threads on the subreddit that kind of are matching that point of view. Happy Father's Day to you, Jake. I'm not a father, but yes, welcome. We're doing viewer's choice, and we had quite a few people who agreed to Hellblade. So we're downloading that one. Ion was a bit bummed by the bright art style. I also saw Chris, your chat, so I'll get back to that one. But I absolutely love Obsidian's under the hood systems and storytelling. Yeah, that's where my head is at. I think that ultimately a lot of people are looking to Avowed, and they still want to see this New Vegas 2 developer. Because of course, I mean, I'm going to be honest, New Vegas was one of my favorite Fallout games, and if not my favorite Fallout game. I think that Fallout 3 had a better world space, but yeah, I think Fallout 3 had a better world space, but Fallout New Vegas just overall was a better game, and with better quests and better choice and consequence, and it was more in depth with some of the systems. So absolutely, I will say that Obsidian can do those types of experiences really well, but I think people who are holding things a lot against the game, yeah, the writing as well. I think people who are holding things against Obsidian, or against Avowed in particular, are kind of the crowd that's saying, no, we absolutely want to do this big open world, and I didn't like The Outer Worlds, so they're saying I'm not gonna like Avowed, even if it improves on those systems. But I appreciate folks who are open. I appreciate folks who are open to trying a new experience. I do hope as well, Chris, you mentioned if Redfall will go back, they'll go back to Dishonored. So we have, next coming up is going to be Arcane Leon, which is a team that worked on Deathloop. And actually, this is an area where, if you guys don't watch King Fanman, King is actually, he does just a really good job with remembering what all these studios are working on. Timmer also is a great source for this kind of stuff. But usually these kinds of things, like what developer is working on what and what has or hasn't been announced, I can't remember. Because King had a King cast yesterday, and he was bringing up these details that have been said by Bethesda that I was like, wait, they did say this? And as a Bethesda channel, I probably should know that. But yeah, you know, I can't remember everything. So next we have Arcane Leon. They worked on Deathloop. I like Deathloop too, Chris. I did. I know some people didn't like it, but I actually enjoyed that game. Again, some things I didn't like about it, but it's actually a review. I think it was the first, yeah, it was the first review I did on my channel, so that is there. And I gave it a good score. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10, if I remember correctly. Maybe a 7 at the lowest. But their game is next. Whether or not they're going to work... And that is the team that worked on Dishonored 2. So it is in their court to work on a Dishonored 3. Absolutely. Jake, what did you think? Oh, what a great game. Yes, thank you for trying out Planet of Lana. I love when indie games get this support. absolutely. They deserve it, you know, and especially with a game like Planet of Lana that's just gorgeous, and you could tell that those types of games have a lot of heart and soul put into them. Hellblade is 33%, by the way. Another game that I actually kind of wanted, I don't stream often enough. If I had more time, and I do have a secondary channel, DamarcoDude Plays, but if I did have more time, a game that I really want to run through, and part of it's because Gopher has been doing it, but I really want to jump into with Aloy, Forbidden West is the new one. Horizon Zero Dawn is the first one. I've really wanted to jump into and just do a full playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, and if I had more time, I'd consider actually doing that on my other channel, just as streams, because I've never played the Horizon games either, and I know that they're not like, to me, I don't think they're 10 out. I've played part of the first one. I've gotten some way, but I've really wanted to try that out. Hellblade is at 37% now. I'm excited to see that game in action. Haven't played a good... Oh, that's for Hellblade. Pillars of Eternity member and Avowed made me lose... So, Lance, welcome to the stream, by the way, but what made you lose hype about Avowed specifically? Because I do see a bunch of different things coming out, and I'm not saying any of them are wrong, but I do see a lot of different things coming out regarding Avowed. I see some people saying the combat didn't look that great. Now, I hear from the developers when they released their interview that they had the combat kind of set from the get-go. Like, their first vertical slice of the game, which I mentioned in my video, the first vertical slice of the game, they said, we nailed it. We're just going to improve on this system. So that, I look at that and go, oh, okay, they really do. And I'm someone who's very quick to judge combat personally. I will often see a combat system. I did it with Hogwarts Legacy. I was like, the AI looks dumb as bricks, and I don't know how fun this will be. Like, it looks like a cool system, but maybe it's not going to be that fun. So I'm usually very quick to judge combat, and I've tried to take that back a little bit. I know the other big thing was just the art style and the direction of the game, and my personal take on that is I don't know if we've necessarily seen everything the game has yet, because you do have the kind of the juxtaposition of these really bright fluorescent mushrooms, and people have been criticizing the color grading of them, but on the other side of it, you do have those dark foggy forests that are also in that same trailer, and those darker dungeons that you could go into. I think just that the fluorescent, vibrant, almost neon lighting in some areas kind of stood out more to people, and that's what we were gravitating towards. But yeah, what specifically for you didn't resonate, Lance? And I'm glad that you're looking forward to it, though. That's awesome. I'm on an indie game kick. Don't want to dive too deep into anything till Starfield. Indie game kick. Nice. I love to hear it. I could throw forward some recommendations, actually, if you are interested. If you like puzzle games, by any chance, I cannot recommend enough a game called Baba Is You. It's this, I wouldn't stream Baba Is You, but it is a phenomenal kind of indie title where you have this little character and you need to move word around to kind of if-then statements, and it will change. So it'll be like, Baba is you. And then if you change, you have like the word rock, and you take the word rock and you put it in front of the word Baba is. So you push away the you. It's impossible to explain. I'm sorry. I'm doing a horrible job. But you take away the Baba is you push the you down and replace it with rock, and then now your character is a rock. And conveniently, the rock is on the other side of this wall that you can then move around to get to the flag, and flag is win. So then you win the level. It's so mind-breaking. It's absolutely incredible. I can't explain it that well. DamarcoDude, is this kind of chill Sunday stream a regular thing? Yeah, I want to make it, welcome Max, by the way, but I do want to make it as regular as I can. So interestingly enough, the last time I actually did it was Mother's Day, and so now I'm doing it Father's Day. I missed Mother's Day. I am doing things with my dad today, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. We were gonna go see The Flash together, but what is it? Yeah, I do want, as often as I can, if I don't stream, it's either because of some kind of extenuating circumstance, like I was at a fair last week. I was at a fair, so I couldn't stream. The week before, I had some other stuff going on. So otherwise, yes, Sunday chill streams, I do want to make a regular thing. Normally, I have a game planned that I want to play or that I've been looking into. Today's viewer choice, which Hellblade is 50% done, by the way. So we're just letting that game roll out. Yeah, Baba Is You is great. If it's not on Game Pass, it's really cheap. It's really, really cheap indie game. I have played on stream, Jake. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you were one of the characters that went into the Darkest Dungeon, another indie game that is just absolutely. They have Darkest Dungeon 1 and Darkest Dungeon 2, which are kind of two different styles. So you can look at those games and say, I like one better or I like two better, and it's not as though it's not like a Horizon situation or a Jedi Survivor situation where it's just kind of the first game but different. Those are almost two separate experiences. So Darkest Dungeon is a fantastic one. Hades I've been getting into a little bit lately. Hades is good. Would recommend Hades. What other indie games? Yeah, I love indie games. I'm a bit of a graphics queen. Indie games are hard, so Tales of the Neon Sea, you're a detective in a cyberpunk world. Interesting. A detective. I like those detective games. I do want to try a lot more of there was a very, very popular one that I do actually own. Where is it? Let's see if I can't find it in my Steam library. Or did I have it through Game Pass? It's the one where you're closed. Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium. Another game as well. Yeah, I do enjoy those kind of like deep dive. There's no real combat. It's just sort of trying to piece together those things. I'm a sucker for good art styles. I like good visuals, but I also appreciate cool, unique art styles. If you like more of an action roguelike shooter, Risk of Rain 2, I love. In fact, I would even play Risk of Rain 2, Jake. I don't think that's on Game Pass, though, unfortunately. I thought about, the lore is so deep. Imagine the lore of Elden Ring. The only thing to give this game justice was to make it accessible to explore the world. Graphics don't matter to me. I actually thought Avowed would line up more with Elden Ring, a game where the world was realized fully. Also play Pillars. I'm not opposed to playing Pillars. I'm not opposed to playing Pillars. Tunic and Death's Door both look great. Oh, Tunic. Excuse me. Gosh. Tunic I wanted to try as well. Amnesia the Bunker. I saw Chris, I think you mentioned Amnesia the Bunker earlier. I actually have played. It's installed. I've played part of it already. It was good. I liked Amnesia the Bunker. It's just that the AI, to me, with that kind of a system, I've seen it done really well. I've seen it done okay. Okay is Amnesia the Bunker, where it works, it keeps you on edge, but great was Alien Isolation, because they kind of used a similar system where you have this ever-present threat that's following you. I didn't beat Amnesia the Bunker. I didn't beat it, but there were some things, too, that kind of frustrated me about Amnesia the Bunker. They mentioned that, which we're at 63%, by the way, for installing Hellblade, so almost there, and then we'll jump into Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I will say, though, that the game Amnesia the Bunker, one thing that frustrated me is they said if you think you can do it, you probably can. And they say that multiple times as you're jumping into Amnesia the Bunker, which I go, great, that's awesome, that sounds amazing to me. And then you jump into Amnesia the Bunker, and the first thing I try to do, I see this very clearly trapped door. And so I find a saw blade, and I pick that up, because of course in Amnesia you could pick up like everything in the environment. So I pick that up, and I carry it over to where I see the trap, and I try to run it through the wire of the door, and it doesn't work. And I go, okay, so I can't do everything that I want to, because theoretically that would cut the string, disable the trap, and I'd be able to get through the door. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get through it, and I can't. So I just end up opening the door, taking tons of damage, bleeding everywhere, and I need to use my health kits. And that was just frustrating too. But yeah, Alien Isolation, they had this really great AI where one half of the brain in the AI for that game knew where the player was. The other half, at all times, the other half had no idea. So the first half had to feed tips to the second half of the AI's brain to give it clues as to where you were. And that's how it kind of would always stalk you. And it really did work well. And that I never finished that game either, but I was always at the edge of my seat for that. I didn't think the CGI did a good job of depicting the style of the game. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I think definitely with Avowed, to me, there's distinctly this. All right, and Hellblade is ready to go. Cool. So let me just tidy up a few things here. Yeah, I think when it comes to Avowed, there's definitely, and reasonably so, there's definitely these kind of warped, these misplaced expectations. And I don't say that in the sense of, oh, well, the fans should have expected differently, and it's their fault. No, I don't think so. I'm not blaming fans or gamers or players at all. I will say I do think that it's completely understandable that there's this sense of misplaced expectations. And yeah, at the end of the day, I do think we all just kind of want a good game, right? Alright, so we are jumping into, I'm doing the preliminary setup stuff. Okay, let me now switch over. Give me 1 second. Hey, Ionized Salmon, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna be jumping into Hellblade now, so let me just get... Boop. There we go. So, I don't know, should I make myself smaller for this game? Should I make myself a bit smaller for this game? I don't know. Obsidian does have a good record of producing games, so I think it's some manner of faith is deserved. Yeah, I think ultimately, too, when it comes to Avowed specifically, not everybody likes that style of game. Not everybody likes that style of game, and that's totally fine, too. I did see some people saying, well, Obsidian's just a bad developer. I think that's a bit of a... It's not really a fair criticism. They're not a bad developer, you just don't like that style. And that's perfectly fine, because it goes back to sort of the KOTOR, because, right, they worked on KOTOR too. So it goes back to that, and Knights of the Republic had exactly the same thing, where it was these hub worlds. Now, back then, I do think it was a bit more acceptable for that type of game, because obviously the technology wasn't there, so you had these kind of... I remember distinctly in Knights of the Republic 1, you just had this big field, and there was really, like, one building in the whole place. And that was just the way the game was. So now I would want to see if they're going to do that. You have a point of interest here, a point of interest there, some quests over here, some more interesting dynamic encounters that the player could get into, I think would really benefit those games as well. So again, that's not to say that Outer Worlds didn't do things wrong. It did. There's ways that they could improve that. But I do understand, again, I can't stress enough that I do understand people who looked at Avowed and went, I just think we genuinely do need to see more, because we got, I think it was a minute and change for gameplay that we were shown, and a minute and change for gameplay, and we really did not get a good look. All right, so I got my headphones up. I'm going to actually... Is that too dark? Is that too dark? This is the kind of game I feel like I should be shrouded. Another option that I would have been able to be convinced to pick up was... I know I said no full-priced games, but I've really been looking for an excuse to get Diablo. Alright, is that too dark? Does it make me look ominous like the channel art? Or the thing going on screen here? Alright. I like it too. So, let's... What's this? Oh, no, we don't want spoilers. Okay, let's jump into it. And let me know if the game sound is up. This is a game that you want to listen to with headphones too, if you can, because it's super heavy on the omnidirectional audio. So I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh my god, this is already so unsettling.
I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true.
I can't do anything
Some are
yet,
old.
by the way.
Some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead.
Hell high.
You see it too?
You promised you came.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Do the voices respond? They were saying like look. They were saying look, and if I don't, is that why they were saying like why isn't she looking? Does it adapt to based on what I'm doing? Cause that would be cool. I thought I was looking at them, but they were saying why isn't she? This is a cool way to do the opening credits too.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie.
I do just for you guys watching over the stream. Let me just turn that on for you.
The fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
I can't do this. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
I love all. You can't even understand all of them. They keep talking over one another.
Feel them watching. They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
Hey, friends.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid.
Who wouldn't be?
You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her.
So does she hear?
You might
She
try
hears
and
all these
ignore it.
voices too, right?
Turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
That's poetic. Yeah, I'm assuming she is hearing all of this. It's in her internal dialogue, I think so. No spoilers, please. Please try to refrain from spoiling anything, though.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death.
I don't agree with that.
Fear runs far, far deeper.
You could be brave in a lot of different ways. Oh, camera forced me back. These visuals are amazing too. I don't remember when this game came out, but I mean, the second one is top notch, but these still are stellar. And I know it's a very kind of linear game, and with these games, it's a bit easier than with massive open world games to do that. 3 or 4 years, 2017. There you go.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Speaking of me, so that on the right hand side, I don't know. One thing I wasn't paying, because I was just trying to listen to all the sound, but I don't know if kind of like the right sound is doubt and the left side, or the right sound. The audio coming on the right is doubt, and the audio coming on the left is, you know, just a kind of different emotion if it's done that way. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a bit of both. But I heard on the right, very far away, I heard them saying just kind of, "Don't go on the shore. Don't go on. Don't do it." And it's almost, it's hard to hear.
You have to take a closer look to see. Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
She needs to use her eyes.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there.
I'm not supposed to have any idea what's going on right now, right?
The burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. Do not forget my stories,
Damn it.
Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold.
Okay.
The path to Helheim goes from there.
Can't we just do...
across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Okay, most of my Nordic mythology comes from God of War. But can't we just do an easier religion and do the whole opal in the mouth thing to get where we need to go to call Charon the ferryman? I know that's a whole different religion, but oh my god, this game is oozing atmosphere. Let's get a good look at you. Senua? Senua, give me a look. No. Give me a lookie. No, you don't want to look at me? No? Okay. Close your mouth, though. You're going to catch flies. Alright, the voices are telling me go back, so oh wow, that lighting change. Are they gonna comment if I do go back? I just, whenever I play a game for the first time, I always like to kind of test the boundaries of it. Oh, we do have a run. Okay. Is there swimming? No. All right, so they don't make any comments about me actually going back. That would have been a cool detail, though. I love those kinds of details in games. Also, I don't know what literal hell we are in, but this is not how...
They're coming. You can't do it. They're coming now. They're coming.
Stop calling me a coward.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Yearns for life.
Jesus!
Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
Sorry I'm not talking too much. I'm just trying to listen to everything they're saying. Because the audio design is insanity.
Not this time.
Oh, it's better now. Okay, cool. So does it do it again if we go back? Is it just... Is the world gonna start distorting, or is it just gonna be darker? No, just darker. The world doesn't start freaking out. God damn!
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost.
Okay, so I think I kind of I'm piecing it together. She wants to revive someone she loves.
I hear you.
Chat is talking about leeches.
He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about it.
Lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim.
They're called.
And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
Yeah.
Her dear beloved, Dillian.
It's the way, it's not just the voices, it's the way that it, the way the voice actor or actress presents it too. Like, drawing, instead of just saying her beloved Dillian, it's her beloved Dillian. Like, there's this desperation in the performance. Like, you need to have a lot of incredibly talented voice actors to really capture that.
Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
Exactly, Chris. So this is the road to hell?
His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest.
Ooh, stuttering.
He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do.
I noticed that I'm just going to...
She's not going to save him.
She'll never make it to Helheim.
She can't let him rot here. She needs to try.
I'm just gonna make my head a bit smaller here and maybe move it down. What are those screams going on? I'm just gonna, yeah, because I realize that I'm kind of... Jesus Christ, calm down, I'm coming! So impatient. Is that you screaming? Head on my hip? She's breathing a lot between lines, which makes it... Yeah, yeah.
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Yeah, so I it was since God of War, honestly, that really sparked some of my interest in Norse mythology, and I love that the bridge to Helheim is represented as an actual thing. So I'm running this D&D, probably don't care about this, I'm running this D&D campaign that I haven't done in a while. We haven't played a session in a long time because I've been so focused on the channel, but I've been running this D&D campaign where in order to get to this magical, mystical merchant, they need to cross partially over the bridge to... Shut up! I'm telling a story! They have to cross over this bridge to, Hell. Shush! They have to cross over a bridge to Hell, and then halfway through there's just this marquee sign that... God damn it, I'm trying to speak! There's this, like, marquee sign that's pointing to a shopkeeper that they go visit, so they don't cross fully over the bridge, but they can get halfway there, and they have like a Nordic horn that they have to blow in order to summon the bridge. Okay, alright, fine. If you're gonna keep screaming, I'll keep moving. Do you only do that while I'm not moving? Or if I move around, are you gonna do it again? Cause they ain't screaming now. They're not screaming now. I mean, they are, it just sounds further away. Wait, are you is that an actual detail in the game? They start getting mad at me if I'm not progressing? So now if I stand still for a bit... Yeah, it distinctively gets louder. It distinctively gets louder. That is such a cool detail. And then as soon as I start moving, it silences the screams. Damn! As soon as I start moving it, it muffles the scream. And that's not that they're not there. They're still there. They're just... much further away. I don't understand. My brain is too small to parse together the meaning of it. And like the kind of the symbolism behind that. I mean, it could just be as simple as you're standing around, you're waiting, and your perception of what's around you is more alert because you're not... Or is that internal? Is that part of the voice? Is that coming... Is that my own fear because it's internal, like the voices in my head, and it's manifesting and coming out? Hey, Jenkins! Hello there! Are there secrets and collectibles that are worth kinda going around in this direction for? Yeah, that is a really cool detail, actually. I do wonder if that's the voices in my head, or if that is the screams coming from Hell. Alright, what do you have to say to me?
Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim.
That's not true.
The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Who are you, and why are you giving me exposition through placards? Hey, Cookie D, welcome. Happy Father's Day. If you're a father, then welcome. If you're not a father, then happy Father's Day. Anyway. But welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Can you decide on whether, for God's sake, darkness, lightness, rain, shine? Figure it out. You'd think the gods were this bipolar.
Are you scared? You should be
I'm not scared.
You don't know where you're going.
It's a linear path. There's only one way to go.
So brave. You're not safe.
Stop!
That was a...
What's she waiting for?
Do you know where you are? Where are we?
Oh my god, I hate all the voices. It's such a cool mechanic, though. It is such a cool mechanic.
Should've done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
The hidden path to Helheim. Why haven't I played this sooner? This is awesome. Thank you all for being here, too, by the way. Thank you all so much for stopping by.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
You got it. You're
Tell me your stories again, old friend.
you're the man's on the plaque.
Runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
All right, yeah. So you're the man's that's narrating for me. Yo, Ruthwick, how's it going? Welcome, by the way. There are some proper horror segments in this game that have stuck with me. Nice. I'm looking. No spoilers, please. But I'm very engrossed. I very much appreciate these kind of story-driven, more linear games. As much as I love open world and exploring, and like I'm excited for Starfield and all that stuff, these types of experiences I think are fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. Scooter, Pepperoni, welcome Pepperoni, or Scooter. Seriously, one of my favorite games. Happy I caught the stream. Yes, first time playing it too. These are my first impressions, and I love the way that I'm a sucker for audio. I really one of the next things I want to get is just a new pair of headphones, like a nicer upgrade to these. These are great. These are the Corsair HS60s. I don't mind wired because I don't want to have to deal with charging my headphones when I want to use them. So I personally really don't mind having wired headphones, even though the cord is annoying. But I will say these are a solid pair of headphones if you need, and they're like $60, so great price if you do need some gaming headphones. Would recommend these. But I do want to do a little bit of an upgrade to get kind of better audio, especially for Hellblade 2, because I am excited for that game, which is why I'm playing this here. And also, chat suggested it, so you got a lot of friends in chat, Scooter, that also liked this game and wanted to see this. When's the Patreon coming? I don't have Patreon, and I don't have channel memberships open, because I don't feel as though I produce content consistently enough. If I was saying, listen, I'm getting you a video every single Wednesday and every single, I don't know, Thursday, And I always did that without question. That was my plan, and I knew I could do that and deliver on that promise. Then sure, I wouldn't mind, because you guys are getting something consistent. So if you said, hey, I want to support through a Patreon or something like that, then you know, that I'd be grateful for it. But I'm not there yet as a channel. I can't do that, so I don't want to open that stuff up. It's just, it's not fair to you guys, because if then there's a time where I go a week or 2 weeks without posting a video, and it's ridiculous for me to say, hey, pay monthly, and you're going weeks without content, because I just can't make that promise. I'm going to be able to be that consistent with it. So no channel memberships, no Patreons, nothing like that, until, you know, the channel is large enough where I think it's fair. No spoilers, don't worry, even if I haven't completed the game yet. We'll do so once before the sequel comes out. Yeah, listen, try it out. Play it side by side. Start up a new game. I'm not that far, and I take a lot of breaks to acknowledge chat and to just explore. I'm a slow gamer. I will say, anybody watching, I am a slow... Also, it's really dark for me, too. I know it's dark on stream. I play games very slowly. I'm sorry. I like to take in everything and, like, look at the environments. I'm that kind of gamer. So I know that'll piss off a lot of people. If you're being upfront with how much content you can create, then it's up to you up to us to choose. Yeah, and that's why things like super chats, you know, remain open. So if you want to do that, then I have that. I don't turn that off completely. But yeah, as for like supporting monthly, I don't think yeah, it's up to you guys, the individual, to say, yeah, I'll pay monthly or I won't pay monthly. But I don't want to. I don't feel right. I do not feel right doing that personally. So there you go.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Alright. Alright, so this is a puzzle. I need to find that... Oh, okay, what?
It's just there. You'll never find it.
What am I supposed to be doing here? Alright, there's a pattern. See the pattern. That's what they're whispering to me. Don't tell me I will never find it. I can figure out... I mean, I see this gets brighter on my screen based on where I'm looking. Shut up! Stop telling me to give up! And also this gets... Do I just have to get closer to it? No, I don't quite understand the puzzle. I mean, I see it getting... I see the screen flickering red. Like, weirdly, though, it's not consistent. Oh, is that just because I'm standing in one of these letters? That is, the screen's freaking out? You're looking for anything that makes that pattern. Boards, shadows, building material. Oh! Okay, gotcha. Alright, alright, alright. Thank you, because honestly, I wouldn't have figured that out. So I need to find this pattern in the environment. Gotcha, gotcha. And would that be it? Hey! Alright, that is a clever little puzzle element there. That's cool. That's different. Alright.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
It worked.
Alright, that was a good hint. Thank you, Chris.
6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Flippin' epic. I love Nordic mythology. I love Nordic mythology. It's so cool.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Another voice joins us. So, are we... Is that not necessarily all our voices or different emotions? Is it possible that we're actually carrying different souls with us? Of past memories and
It's
past
the same with heights.
companions and...
You can stand on the edge. Pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near.
Oh, it's giving me the heebies and the Oh, there's actually a balancing mechanic. Oh my god.
Slip. You can't just wish things away.
So scared. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Oh my god, I hate this. Oh, that's a good way to do it. With the voice. Again, it's just the audio with the voices.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki.
I didn't know
The
that.
gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Alright, so cool the way that they are piecing together the story a bit as we go. They're feeding it to you at a really... Is this... Are you... Wait. Are you where I'm supposed to go, or are you a secret? Okay. Cool view, I guess. Very claustrophobic view. No, this is the way I'm supposed to go. Alright, great. The auditory hallucination is amazing. Yeah, welcome Kappa to the stream, by the way. But yes, and I'm piecing it together bit by bit, which is really, really great. The way that they're kind of delivering. My current theory is that the voice on the top is more of like her actual, or they're all her thoughts, but the one on top is kind of the well, the one on bottom is the dominant voice, but there's sometimes subtitles that go to the top which seem like it might tie to a specific personality trait as well.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open
Or it just might be the louder voices.
Time divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? A half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Yeah, I love the way they do the delivery. Someone mentioned it before, but the fact that there's a lot of like breathing in between. A lot of times with takes, you just don't hear that part of it, but they are including just the natural patterns of speech, which you breathe when you talk.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want.
This is so uncomfortable. Stop talking directly to me.
Just give him back.
Oh my god. Alright, we have combat. Oh, you are... Okay, that is... Can I get, like, any tutorial? Just mash? Alright, heavy attacks, light attacks. Dodge is A. Okay, alright. just... Ugh! Ooh, nice try. Can I... Ooh! Bam! Bam! Oh, they feel... It's... Ow! It's a simple combat system, but the weights feel meaty. Bam! Oh, shoot! Is there a block? Can I block? Oh, I can, wait, how did I do that? How did I do, okay, alright. Oh! Oh, you're a shade. Shoot. Okay, let's, how do I... Whoop!
Behind you!
I know, I see him. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do to attack a shade. Supposed to die. Her pain is palpable.
A vision of what's to come.
Oh, shoot, what?
Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is wrought. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail. If the rot reaches her head, her quest is over. That is a terrifying. All progress will be lost. That is a horrifying precedent to set.
The hardest.
That's a
battles
cool
are
game
fought
over
in
way, though.
light.
That's cool.
That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
How many game overs do I, or how many deaths do I get?
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
Wow, this is trippy. It is incredible, yeah, Sips. Yeah, how many deaths do I get then before?
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian. To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through? Why won't it open? Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight 2 gods first.
2 gods?
2 gates.
Which will she choose first?
All right.
Then we'll kill her, I know it.
Stop!
She's going to
Oh my
die.
god, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Which one will she challenge first?
Be very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
2 gates, 2 gods.
She's too scared.
Which one?
There's a lot of dialogue. It's interesting that they're bouncing between, you know, early on they were just straight up saying don't go, don't do it, and now they're saying, oh, pick a gate. Which one you gonna pick? Ha ha ha.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, so I've actually read, I have because I it's recent that I've gotten into Norse mythology. So yeah, I got this from Bart. You can't really see it because my lights are off, but it's Norse Myth and Tales, and it talks about the Nordic belief on the creation of the universe as far as Norse mythology goes. What's interesting about Norse mythology is we really don't know a lot about it. And they explain in that book, part of the problem is that we don't know a lot about Norse mythology because you had, and I haven't read that in a long time, but if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, you had Christianity that kind of came in, and a lot of Norse mythology was just word of mouth. That's how it was told. And then when it started getting written down, it had already been influenced by the pagans. So they kind of changed, and they wrote about their own mythology differently because they had kind of that pagan influence on their beliefs, and so it's not 100% accurate, but literally yes. They explain in that book that there was a cow that just licked this this gigantic entity that was like salt or something. It was just floating in the middle of nothingness, and it licked it, and from licking it for so long, it just eventually became the first giant. It carved out of just Norse mythology is flippin' wacky. I mean, any mythology has those weird sides to it, but I don't think I've ever seen it much stranger than Nordic. All right, so we have the one of fire. I don't remember which was which. Do I get like audio as I approach? Oh nope, I just auto pick it. Okay.
Ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains.
Hey! I was gonna go with the one that seemed easier. Hey, Dom, how's it going?
Him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Okay, oh, so I still do get to, so will I hear, oh, fudge. Alright, so I could at least get an introduction to both of them. Hear what they're all about.
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Alright, we have 14 people in chat, so I'm not gonna make a poll for it, but,
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
I don't know exactly. Do they mean the Northmen? Am I one of the Northmen? Is it just saying, like, literally, generally the Northmen? Yeah, which do we want to go to? Do you want to go to the god of illusions or the god of fire and brimstone? Chris says do the Raven door first. Hey, Timmer, how's it going? Welcome to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. I'm absolutely enthralled by this game right now. Yeah, do we want to do Raven or fire and brimstone? Illusions. Alright, we got 2 for illusions. There's 13 people watching, so that's already about 50%. No, I'm just kidding. That's not math at all. That's not how math works. Alright. Illusions. We shall go. Welcome to the world of the Raven. The white frost approaches. 3 for illusion. Yep, we're going through the illusion door. The white frost approaches. A time of contempt. For it shall be reborn in elder blood. The time of ice, the time of axe is nigh. I don't have Ithlede's prophecy memorized, sorry. Okay. Also, can I just say what, oddly enough, it is genuinely refreshing to see a game that isn't focused on verticality. Is that weird? Is that a weird compliment to give? Because I feel as though every game now goes, oh, we have these super tall buildings. And no, this doesn't have. Even you look at something like God of War Ragnarok, which I'm not saying God of War Ragnarok was bad. I haven't finished it, but I played part of it. But even that game was like, oh, we have increased verticality. But this game's just, it's flat. You don't need climbing in every single game. You don't need climbing in every single game. Just saying. Oh, I see a panel like that, and I just think wall running from Jedi Survivor. Alright, I do see the door on the right-hand side, but my curiosity for exploration. Does the grass react? It does! Oh, that's a nice touch. Even Starfield doesn't do that.
What's that? It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a fish. No, it's not. Push it. Push it down. What do you think will happen? Come on. Come on. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
I did do it. I'm so smart. Do I interact with this? Do I mind's eye focus it? Hello. Do I walk through? No. Okay. Thank you, Timmer. I appreciate that. Hup. Sounds like Jake math. 2 out of 14 is about 50%.
Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Alright, so why are you... I know you're following me, technically, but... Why? Why are you helping me out? I think it said that we knew him. Alright, so we're looking for that kind of... other pattern again? Is that the puzzle? I do know some people thought that there was too many puzzles to kind of pad out the game a bit. Was, I think, a complaint from some folks. It said it's marked by illusions, right? Ah! They're saying I can't see it, and I figured it out, alright? I have played Portal before.
We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
That is an oddly true quote. We mostly just, once we see behind the veil, we close our eyes and pretend what we saw wasn't there. That is oddly accurate for a lot of situations. I'm not just talking magic tricks. It kind of plays into the never meet your heroes type ideology a little bit.
Anyone never could close her eyes, however hard she tried.
She just did. I watched her blink. What are you talking about? It's cool too. I can't hear the, I know I keep saying it, but I can't hear all the voices, but they're just always there.
This is the price she pays.
Someone just told me be afraid.
Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
I have stared into the abyss, and what I saw was nothing. When I looked down into the abyss, it looked back at me. There it is. Yes! Let me fight more things! It was a fun, simple combat system. I like her sword too. Bam! Oh, you don't stand a chance, sucker! Oh! Oh, you're not dead. Yes! Slice and dice, baby! Like you're playing Fruit Ninja. Ooh! Not fast enough, sucker!
Find a good position. Let them
Are there more of them? I like that the voices are kind of your... I'll keep chopping you up all day. Ooh! You can dodge.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
I ended it. Not even a scratch. Not a scratch on me.
The Northmen will not stop her.
Oh, they're the Northmen.
She will find what she's looking
Okay, I was wondering who they meant by the Northmen. Am I one of the Northmen? Or what these guys are? That was simple enough. I'm sure it'll get harder. Unless it doesn't get harder. Can I climb? No. Does look like I should be able to go up there though, doesn't it? So are we in hell now, or we're trying to get to like that? I know that they said behind the gate is where Hella is, but are we technically in a part of hell, or we're not even there yet? We're on the outskirts of it.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Ah, okay. Yep, I got you. Do I have to... I'm guessing go up there. You don't keep the very obvious path on the right in order to... If it's not going to be that purpose. I could get up here. Alright, easy peasy.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something new shifted. Can you feel it?
I can't feel it, but I can see it. My mind's eye. Trying to get there, you think, Chris? I do. Yeah, when games warp with that perception, it's awesome.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world.
Oh shoot, there's eyes. Yeah, there are eyes.
He's watching.
The shadows, you see they're popping up, kind of the shadows are making eyes on certain objects. There's... Where's another one? It was just on that tree. There's some on the stone, kind of right above. There we go, right above her shoulder right now. There's eyes popping up, all on that big brick. That's kind of it's very cool. Creepy, very creepy. That's one of the subtle things I love about horror games. Like when a horror game does something, yeah, there's one on that tree right now. Horror games do well when there are those subtle details that you can miss. It doesn't always need a jump scare with you clearly seeing the monster crawl away off screen. It's seeing all of these eyes watching you and not drawing attention to it that's sometimes creepier. Okay, not through that gate. I think that's what problem that a lot of horror games run into, is that they don't, and we can only climb walls with the white paint, right? A lot of games run into because they want you to see, oh, here's the spooky thing, but they don't need to. They don't need to. Alright, so we're trying to get to hell.
Another gate. You know what to do.
I do.
Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen, don't.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
I know what it...
Can't you see them?
I have to get up there somehow.
Line up the ravens.
Stop telling me to line up the ravens. I know what I gotta do. Gosh darn it. Oh, there's another gate up there, too.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Oh my god, the audio is insane. Follow his song.
Challenge me.
Hey! I don't think I'm ready to fight you just yet. I gotta open a door.
He's gone. He disappeared. Where did he go? Where is he? It's not your fault.
Oh my god, that is cool! That's so cool. Oh shoot! Oh wait, no. I thought I was locked in here. I thought that wall was not there before. Oh, there you are. You're over there now. Hey, buddy. Listen, you and I could be friends, man. We don't have to. What is the right way to... Oh, shoot! It wasn't there! Oh, he's wigging me out! He's wigging me out! Oh, I love this. Oh my god, I love this so much. Go away, you creepy eyes. I see you on the tree. Ooh. Some good spooky elements. Dormammu! I have come to bargain!
Fight me.
I love that. I love that so much. That's so quick, too, to get it right as you cross through. It's not like a big tree, but they know that you're gonna have to go past it.
Living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a gout. Some, like truth, become gout in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Alright, there's a bit of lore. We're a Gelt. We're a Gelt. Yeah, I know. We lost him. Do I have to mash? No. Okay, freaky deaky. This is amazing. Can I climb? I should be able to climb it. This is not a tall wall. No. Is there another? I mean, last time that wall just kind of suddenly disappeared when I moved the right way. So I don't know if we're gonna get something similar here. This is where he was before. Oh, did his statue go away? Oh no, it's right there. Ah, oh, right. The doorways. Gotcha. Gotta keep using that mechanic. Would anybody ever do this? If you had this situation, would anybody actually be brave enough to continue through to this? You have all these voices in your head screaming at you different things. I don't think I'm gonna be honest, I think I would. Hello. How do I get to you? Oh. Oh! Yeah, through the very obvious hole in the wall, duh. Alright. Can I unlock this now? Okay, now just out of curiosity, right? Because when it changes. Is there something else that changes? Like, is there a reason to go back through it this way when the wall is repaired? Possibly, right? Oh yeah, this is totally different, isn't it? Alright, let's unlock you. And uppy puppy. If it was for love, then yes. For anything else, hell no. You gotta be really in love. You gotta be really in love. If that's true love, if you're willing to go through this. Yeah, screw the obvious ladder that leads to him. Let's go this way. Depends what for. More! Let's learn about Norse mythology. Oh, nope, crap.
A being of dark. Ymir was a frost giant. A being of darkness. And all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Yeah, even though Bor came first. As I've always found that interesting about Norse mythology too, is that, one, it's cool that they're getting actual accurate lore that is interspersed in an easy to understand way. So that's pretty neat on its own. But the other thing is, it's cool to me that, oh, I see, so we could just kind of, we opened the gate, so now we can shortcut around this way. It's cool, it's always been interesting to me that even though there were people before Odin, he is still the All-Father, the big baddie, the big god. Stop calling me stupid, I didn't lose him, he's a master of illusions. Who built these, though? I guess he could have. Yeah. Hey!
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Bait. It's him.
He's an artist.
Magic draws her closer.
Dark magic draws us closer.
It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on him. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Oh, I like that they're arguing with one another. They're debating whether or not it's me that's doing this or if it's him that's manipulating me. Yeah, Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed the I'm glad that you enjoyed the controller. It is a cool one. It is definitely, and it's one of the coolest I think that Xbox has done. The Starfield controller. I'm not big for controllers. Like, I'm using just the plain simple red one. So I'm really not like huge on Xbox controllers, but that one is pretty neat. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Hopefully it lasts, because I know that all controllers are kind of subject to joystick drift at some point or another. So we got our first bug. We do have our first bug. Okay. Wait, you guys don't hear multiple voices in your head at the same time? There's actually a lot of psychology about talking to yourself. I've never really looked into it, but I'm interested in it. Like, whether or not it's healthy, if it's a sign that you're sane or totally crazy. I don't know which, but I would be interested to learn more about the psychology of kind of that self-talk. Especially doing it out loud versus in your head and all that stuff.
And we think of a shadow in the woods, creature in the night. If only it were that simple.
We think of fear and we think of a shadow in the
The
woods.
worst kind comes without warning. Deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Oh, I love that you could kind of hear Senna's breathing too. 30% of the population does not have an internal dialogue. I believe it. You have this interesting thing where people who have a smaller, what is it, amygdala part of their brain, I think it is. If they have a smaller amygdala, which is basically the part of your brain, I think, that is responsible for fear or like that fight or flight response, and some people have a smaller one, which means that they just don't process that. If it's really extreme, and this has happened, it might have been when they were doing like lobotomies and stuff like that, they found out if they remove that part of the brain, people just had zero fight or flight response, and they would just stand in traffic and not think anything of it. So that's kind of the extreme level. The more normalized level of it is people who just don't have that conscious. So interestingly enough, Red Wolf, who I do the Red Wolf Renegade podcast on Tuesdays with at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, someone like him, he might, because he just doesn't have a filter. He just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. That might actually, I'm not saying that he has smaller amygdala. I'm not making that conclusion. I'm not a doctor, but that like is kind, when you have that less of a filter, that sometimes I think can be part of that, which is interesting on its own to me. And the voices are telling me I should be scared. But yeah, I would love my you know, some people have hyperactive, and that's when they kind of have higher anxiety and higher tension and those sorts of things. Thank you all for being here and hanging out, by the way, as we journey
She
through.
can't go in there. What's behind that? Valravn, he's there. She can't go in. Has to find another route.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way somewhere. Go round.
Find your own path.
There's a different way.
I definitely have inner dialogue all the time. 70% of the time, unless I'm doing something like this where I'm talking to people, it's 100% of the time. Yes! Oh! Slice and dice and chop. I love that they actually have... Ooh! I love that they actually get the slashes on their bodies too. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, I don't want to get more darkness. Do I auto-heal if I stay away? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like I'm getting healthier.
Finish this. End it now.
Alright, slice. No, it does not look like... Oh, now there's... No. Yep. keep them behind one another. See, that's the strat. You gotta keep them behind. You heal when you do damage. Good to know, actually. Oh! Oh, it's cool now that there's more on screen. Oh, that wasn't fair. I was doing a finisher. I was locked in an animation. Oh, I am hurting though. No! I forget you can't run to the side. You can only... Alright, let's get them both. There we go. And slicey! Slice! It's a very cool way. It kind of reminds me a bit of Atreus in God of War, where he'll kind of scream behind you at times. But they do it in a much cooler way. Although it's helpful and it's not. Them shouting at you to attack, I don't know how accurate it is. Or how often they kind of lead you astray. And it says attack, but the game is just kind of processing a bit. More lore, Lucerne.
Say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from
That
his
is true.
corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth.
Yeah,
and
his blood.
Into the salt
Yeah, his
sea.
blood like flooded
They set
everything.
his skull
right?
to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought that there was kind of this I thought that there was kind of like from Ymir's blood it created this ocean that just took over everything, and then they did kind of say that that's where the seas were formed. But I thought it just sort of wiped and started the world anew when his blood spilled over the land. We do have normal people. You are a normal dead person. RB to parry. Hey, Gitaro? How's it going? Yes, it is Nordic. It's based in Nordic mythology. And those are all those little glyphs that we've been finding are actual bits of the actual Nordic, mythos as it's written. It's not, they're not making it up. Hey, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Aha! Found you. More lore. See, this is getting a great sense of horror and atmosphere, is the fact that you don't know, like, I'm walking past these trees, and before these guys were shifting from Vondrel, whatever his name is, they were shifting, it would be him, and then you go past the tree and it's not him. And that's a great sense of tension, because now I'm going past this and I'm like, shoot, are they just suddenly going to kind of pop him in and he's going to appear right in front of me as I pass by a tree? The fact that all these effigies are just standing here watching, that is a great sense of tension. That's good horror.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
That is also, I also see that the progression is marked. You could see the runes that are lighter, which means we found those stones. And it seems as though we haven't missed one so far, which is cool. Unless it just always does it in order, and even if you do miss one, it'll just kind of tell you the most recent one. Not sure how that will work, but it's cool that that's a very intuitive way, because there's no on-screen HUD elements at all, which keeps you right in the immersion, and I love that about this game. And that's a very immersive way to showcase progression without putting this big thing on screen. So that's awesome as well. I also thought that he said he sacrificed to himself. I thought that Odin had done it because he wanted knowledge. He hung himself from the world tree just because he wanted to learn. That's how it's presented in God of War, and I thought that was actually one of the more accurate parts of it. Because God of War kind of twists the lore a bit to fit its own narrative, which is fine, I don't mind that. I'm not complaining, but I thought that was one of the elements that were actually true. Was that he was seeking knowledge, so he hung himself. I guess it did say he sacrificed himself to gain, so maybe kind of saying the exact same thing. Okay, what puzzle do we have here today? Hey, buddy, how's it going? Alright. Yeah, this is a very cool way to learn about Nordic mythology as well. If you're into it at all, this is a very neat way to get a nice bite-sized version of it, if you will. Alright. Ooh, he doesn't want us to progress.
The song. Balraven's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. It's over there. No,
Ooh.
Listen, focus. Listen.
Now he's tripping us up. He is cool. I'm glad that we did this guy first.
This reminds her of
The forest.
where? Which forest? Forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
Oh my god, these effigies are freaking me out.
She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No.
We're getting all the story too from these voices, so I'm just listening.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd
She'd
be
be
dead.
dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She
Sorry,
thought
I'm
Druth
literally
would
just
kill
listening right now.
Druth helped her.
Alright, so there's Druth and Dillian. Druth is the one that's in our head right now. Dillian is the one we're trying to rescue. Odin did a lot of things for knowledge and power. He had a bit more honor and integrity than God of War portrayed, though. Not much, a little bit. Yeah, that's what I assumed. I figured that God of War, the game, kind of portrayed him to be just this massive, incorrigible, not incorrigible, irredeemable, blunt douchebag. Ah! Nope. Not the right way. Are we going to have to look through, perchance, one of the little gates to form? Oh, lore! Let's learn. Glad I didn't miss you. Is this the right way to go, though? No, this is literally just for lore. Alright, let's learn.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flowed from the
Mimir!
roots of the world tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
Odin. Okay, cool. I love the way they're doing this. We can unlock this gate over here. Push. Whoop. Use the force. How about those force abilities in those force powers in Starfield, huh? That was pretty epic. Definitely not a headache. We love Mimir. He's awesome. Alright, so I'm assuming that this gateway is going to form... Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. I wish you did have a little bit of a faster movement to kind of do some of this stuff. This is as fast as I can go. Which is good, because it helps take in the atmosphere and you're not just mindlessly sprinting Call of Duty style through everything, but... You know, in these gaps where you know exactly what to do and it's just like, alright, I gotta go back all the way over here. It's nice to have that extra little speed.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No.
Half of them have gone. They've gone.
Some are still
But where? Some are still there.
there. No, Raven's helping.
Is he
He's
helping?
not helping.
It's a trick. Quiet. Can't think. Out in the wilds. On cold winter woods.
Where have they gone?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness.
What is gravity powers? Probably.
She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
Yeah, what horrible curse has befallen you, Senua, and why is this game doing such a good job of making me feel really bad for you and your plight, even though I've only spent like an hour and a half with you? Starfield is making waves for sure. Asmongold, Angry Joe, Hasanabi, and many other big YouTubers are going to get into Starfield. They somehow even got Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, and the one cool thing about Starfield, just while we're on the subject, and I'm trying to find my way to this puzzle, the one cool thing I will say about Starfield is I finally stopped, for the most part, seeing all the people who were just like, ugh, Starfield sucks, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. That chatter has really quieted down. So you have videos like mine, where I'm usually very optimistic for games. I like to give games the benefit of the doubt. Where am I supposed to be going? I like to give games the benefit of the doubt. I like to get excited for games. I don't agree with the general thing of temper expectations. Like, everybody says, temper expectations, everything needs to be tempered. But then what's the point of getting excited for, like, if you have to temper your expectations for everything, you could never get excited about anything, and gaming is supposed to be fun. So that mentality to me is completely and utterly stupid. And I just think that the problem isn't with getting excited. It's okay to be disappointed when a game comes out, and I'm genuinely trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go for this. The problem isn't... Is it these two effigies? No, because the gates that change things are circular. You need to look through the gate. This gate? I thought it was only the round gates that change your perception. This isn't a gate. No, those are just two trees. I know I'm looking for a gate. I just don't see the gate that I'm supposed to look through, that's all. I figured that's what the puzzle was. Where are... I mean, there's that gate there. Is that the one? I'm supposed to go all the way back through this one? Oh, is it that one? Is it that one up there? Is it that one up there? That I didn't do properly. No, I already did that one. I already did that one, because that up the one up there is the one that removed half of the ravens, isn't it? I already walked through that. And the only other round gate I see is this guy right here. But yeah, I don't agree with the mentality of we need to be cautious about everything. And if a game gets disappointed, that's not... Alright, so this does change things if I go through here. So this is looking at it through the gate the other way. No, because when I looked through that one, it removed half of the ravens, and that was the progression. So I'm assuming it's I needed to go back and change the reality to this one. Alright, there is that drawbridge that I can't get down just yet. No, that didn't... Is it? Is it actually the other one? See, and this is where a bit of a faster run speed would be nice. Again, just trying to solve these smaller puzzles. I believe they're in it for the hype because of money, not for the love of Bethesda games. I think, yeah, there's always going to be... Oh, but now I can't get back over there because I removed the drawbridge. Or I removed the wall. I know I'm supposed to use the gates. I'm just a bit stumped as to the way I'm supposed to use them. So I go through this. Yeah, I mean, they're doing it for the hype. I mean, you look at a channel like mine that has gone from, quite literally, I was at around 1,800 subscribers, and then in, I don't know, 3 weeks I jumped to over 3,100. What is it, 3170 or something now? I don't even know. Because it's been growing so rapidly, I just try to focus on things like this. Like, I see 10 people that are watching, and I really appreciate that. So now, if I look through, there's a lot more of them. So is it the order that matters? Perhaps. Because I look through this, there's a lot more of them. Do I have to do that one first? Because if I have to do that one first, let me just tell you, that is a very annoying mechanic. If I have to do this one. No, the bridge still isn't there. You could do either first. Yeah, the bridge still isn't. So why am I this dumb? Oh! Oh, this was the gate! God damn! I'm sorry, everybody. I was just being really, really dense. My interest is genuine. It is genuine. I'm really excited. And that excitement's going to carry through from Starfield to Elder Scrolls 6. But, as I was saying, yeah, some people, it would be very foolish to... It would be very foolish to not capitalize... I say foolish. A lot of people are going to use the opportunity to capitalize on Starfield. In my channel growing, And then you get some other folks who don't really talk about it, and now suddenly they're talking about it for the first time, or they're talking about it with increased interest and excitement. Some of it is genuine. I'm genuinely an optimist. I like to believe in people, and I like to try to see the best in folks. So, all right, we cleared this one. All right, that's done. Now I need to go back to the other one. Sorry, everybody, for this. But at least now I know exactly what to do. And we get to chat about Starfield a little bit longer before I gotta shut up for the sake of the story and stuff. But it does in a way, and I'm not saying this as someone who's jealous. I'm really not that much of a jealous person. But it does sort of suck for someone like mine, where my channel has been doing Starfield, and then these folks are like, oh, Starfield's popular, let's talk about it. And they do, and they'll obviously just have much further reach than I ever will. For starters, because there's already the preconceived excitement behind the game, but then they just have... You look at a video like mine, which, mind you, the last couple have done good. But you look at a video like mine that, on average, has a reach of about 2,000 people for a good video. 1,000 people or I say 1,000 for a good video. There we go.
The ravens. Where have they gone? Where have they gone? She did it.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all.
That is what darkness do.
And the glow. The smallest hints of shape, sound, thought, grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Oh shoot, I gotta go up that way, don't I? You actually do research and will find details that people won't spot, whereas Hasanabi will point out that ships look cool and the aliens are scary. We need a mix of both. Yeah, I try to find that stuff. And then, of course, you know, like, I released my video, and then that's not to say that I'm the only person that can spot certain things, but other people will spot things too, and then, of course, there's always going to be that element of some people, like, they watch a video like mine, and then they're like, oh, let me put this in, and they kind of claim it as their own. It is what it is. That stuff's always going to happen. There's other folks who do just very simplistic, let's talk about the spaceships, they look cool. So you do get a healthy mix of both out there. Yeah, you absolutely should start your own channel. Chris, if you have the time, start a channel, man. I'd watch it. I'd love to hear your voice and your perspective on things, because you have definitely a different perspective. First time, Mattia, thank you for stopping by. Yes, it is my first time.
Broke. The gate is open. Open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness.
Oh, I guess my...
It's like it doesn't want to kill them. Yet. I'll gnaw at her. Biding its
give me 1 second, everybody. 1 second.
When she is at her weakest, will it strike to kill? Will she find Dillion before her time comes?
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Let me just find... There we go. Cool. Your video on the cybernetics will be something that gamers will be coming back to for years, whereas the first impressions are all they want from the mainstream guys. Yeah, for years, yes and no. Leading up to the game, absolutely. Something like the analysis video that I made, people will keep coming back to for a while, like up until the game launches. Any of that, because I've seen it before with, and this is just the way it kind of falls into what you would expect, right? You have these good speculation, these deeper dive videos, these analysis, and people will watch that leading up to the launch. Then the game comes out, and they're going to be looking for the guides, the how-tos, where to find certain things, which those videos are going to be really hard, unless they're tied to quests. You think about it, because the procedural generation in Starfield is really going to make some things wonky, where you can't just say, go to this planet, because my planet and your planet, while they'll be the same planet in the same place, it's going to have different points of interest on it. So those types of videos will be interested, but... Alright. I do want to continue, I do want to progress a bit. I'll catch up on chat when we do have a moment. But let's keep on moving. We gotta beat at least, I don't know how much longer it is till we get to this illusion creature, but, and I know they've said his name a million times. I'm sorry, it's not sticking. Yeah, see, yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I was gonna comment. Oh, is this where we get to fight him? Are we here? This looks like a big arena. Dormammu! I have come to bargain. The lighting is really good too.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion.
Valravan.
Face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
Is that
We
part?
both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
We have the sight. Is this vision partially tied to? I'm guessing I need to. Yeah, this gate looks like it's gonna fix whatever problem I'm having here. Is that vision tied to this darkness, this curse that Senua has? I'm sure we'll learn more. I'm also sure that there's gonna be some parts left in obscurity as well. Are there any? There's another gate up there. That's good to note. Are there any more lore plaques? I like the lore plaques a lot. The lighting is tripping me up with like the way the torches have that kind of illusory effect to them. Alright, you're gonna, I'm assuming, yeah, fix that up, right? So now I can cross.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish he could have seen my home before these dark times.
Okay. Interesting spots of lore that we're getting. Building the story. it is, there's just a slight bit of suspicion and hesitation that as before we even started this adventure, Druth happened to be right there, and we found him, and now we're kind of bringing him along, if you will. That to me is a wee bit suspicious. Wee bit suspicious, and I don't think they're talking about him very highly, so I don't think that he's doing anything. But there's that part of me that's like, no, he is definitely leading you astray. Did I not do the gate right? Do I have to get up there? It looks as though I gotta get up there. Do I do it from that side though? Perhaps, perhaps. That does look like the way, right? Trauma and pain can have fascinating. Yeah, I don't fully I don't think I fully grasped the trauma that she's been through. So this changes. This adds in that tree. I thought I had to walk up that, but seemingly that's not the case. I do need to absolutely view it from up there though, so I'm just not sure exactly the window, and obviously it has something to do with this case. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go completely stupid for a moment again. This is the part where if it were a Let's Play I would cut out. But I need to get up there. That branch is in my way to do so. And the question is, what perspective do I need in order to get up there? Which the answer is not this way. Can I climb up this? That would make it infinitely more convenient. Please tell me. Oh, come on. Senua! Learn to climb! God damn. Let's see. Good time to catch up on chat, though. As much as someone who plays general games, but I don't think they will look into class builds or lore. I can't see Hasanabe talking about the 3-star collective or crafting. 3-star collective or crafting. Yeah, I think, you know, people, like, it's not to say, there's some channels, and people follow some channels because they like just having that general look and to see a content creator's thoughts on games. So this adds that, which blocks... So this is the right way. Wait, did I just do something really stupid? No, because that is in the way. Wait. Pardon? Some people, and honestly, that's sort of one of the things about kind of growing an ideal audience. If you, oh, is this what? No. Ah, here we go. Okay, so I did need these trees here. One of the best type of audiences that you can get are the folks who are like, no, I wanna. Oh, no, not this again. Please don't do the voices simultaneously. Ooh, Senua, no! First death and it's from falling off a tree? Are you serious? Well, might as well just stop the whole journey now. I thought if you stopped moving, that was my fault, I guess. I thought if you stopped moving that she would recollect her balance. But I guess you have to you need to kind of course correct. Yeah, see, she's leaning different ways and I need to adjust as I go. It's not just walk forward. Alright, well, that was a stupid way to die. Yeah, the ideal, I feel like I keep cutting myself halfway through that thought. The ideal, like, an ideal audience, they want to hear, they're following you because they want to hear your thoughts on things.
The gate is open.
And obviously not every game is going to appeal to them, but...
Darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember.
Are we in the
didn't end well in
are
the
we in the
wilds.
wilds? Flashback in
never
the wilds.
does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped
Oh.
in yours.
Is that a crow
Focus!
pecking at me?
Focus! Focus!
Oh no, that was you. Alright, I saw your comment, Assassin. Remember RB.
Wilds. You trapped me there.
Remember RB to parrot. Oh, right off the bat! Yes, let's go! Oh, fudge. Oh, ooh! Get up, get up, get up, get up. Alright, so we have to... Is it just I have to block at the... Oh, no, okay, so he could break my block. Alright, alright, alright. And we heal from getting hits, right? Ooh! Come on, try it again, try it again. I know your moves. Oh! Oh, you don't stand a chance, sucker! Keep trying! Keep trying! This is, I know, it's not like the greatest combat system, but it is a satisfying one. Nope! Faked you out. You thought I was gonna charge, right? Oh, Senua, your moveset is sick!
Nearly over. Finish it.
Oh, there's two of them.
Capable warrior. Remember your
Ooh! Thanks for the encouragement, voices in my head. Alright, I like... Oh, sexy hit. Oh, I should have pressed that advantage. That's all right. Do they heal too? Do they heal too if they hit me? Because if so, that's kind of cool. Oh, and was that symbol? Did that little symbol? I saw like kind of the Hellblade logo there. Nope. I can ignore the pain. Slice and dice, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice try. You have some sick moves, buddy. But can you keep up with this? Oh, that parries. All right, go, 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 go. Do we have time? Nice. Oh, you're in my world now, baby. Ooh, nope, maybe not. Maybe yes. Ooh, get up. Ah, fudge. Oh my god, you don't stand chance. I like your enemy aggression though. I like the level of aggression. I keep mistiming that one. Damn. Heavy. What are you doing, Senua? Oh, fudge. Oh, that's a deadly attack. That is a deadly attack. Nope. I just want to get the light hits on him so I can sort of heal up a bit. Like I don't mind taking some of these blows and doing it a little bit slower if it means that
Defend yourself.
Oh, okay.
Find a good position.
All right. Ooh, nice try. Thanks for not attacking, my dude. That was very kind of you to just stand there while I stabbed your buddy. Are they saying Senua when they strike like that? Oh, a 2-4! I got a 2-for-1 deal right there. A true gentleman. Thank you. Yeah, that was a gentleman and a scholar. Nope. The AI kind of does, like it sees you trying. Oh, that's not good. No! All right, we're not doing good. Oh, yikes. You're not. I should be No, no, nope, 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 nope. I do. I'm trying. Oh, fudge. Come on. Nope. I just want to get the one. Yeah, come towards me. All right. Finish this one off, for the love of God. Die. Yes, thank you. Press the advantage. Just like the... Oh, fudge. Just like the simulations.
They're winning.
Another one. Another hard slash. Get two.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
Oh, fudge. Come on. There we go. Oh.
Focus now. Focus. It's the only way.
No! Was that it? Oh, fudge, get up!
Get up quickly!
Or was I supposed to lose? No! Oh, what? Oh, fudge. Focus will help me as well. Will it? Oh my god. Oh, okay. Ow, wow, that didn't help at all. Oh, is it? Am I back at the beginning of the fight?
Let them get behind you.
I mean, not that that's a problem, but like... Because I died. You deserve. You died. You lost. Right? Go back to the beginning. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. Fudge. I'm getting their attacks down. I'm getting their attacks.
He's down. Finish it.
Oh, that is my... Alright, that is my health. Okay, so... I think, when the logo is, like, mostly full. I'm pinned against the wall here. You gotta stop missing. Fudge, bad timing, bad timing, bad timing. Okay, not again. Stop with the missing! Senua! Jesus, please! It's almost as if you want to die! I don't! I need to finish this journey. One go, one go. I need to stop doing that heavy attack. Oh, god damn it. You are really annoying. Let me just tell you. Oh, it's focus. It's focus. Okay. Okay, gotcha. It's not health. No, I did the heavy again, and that always misses. Yep, I'll just take... Oh my god. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. Now, slice him! Chop! You have to use your focus so you can slow him down and hit him. I thought I was doing alright.
You're close.
I blocked. I had the block up. Oh, that's a recover. Okay, I see what that is now. Gotcha.
They've surrounded you. It's not strong enough. He's a better fighter.
Alright, so if I do that, and then I could... Okay, gotcha. Alright, that makes the game so much easier. Holy hell, that... Oh, man.
Finish this. End it now.
Wow, look how much easier that was. Oh, I got you. Okay, and now I might have used that. Yep, I used that way too far. But it makes him possible to hit. Nice, baby! Slice and dice! fudge, wrong button. Don't you dare. Not again. I'm not dying twice to you.
You can do this. Focus.
Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Oh, I keep doing that. I keep wanting to hit him with the heavy attack right after. I don't ever land those sprinting attacks on you, so... And I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather just take the hit of getting kind of Yes! Oh, screw you!
You in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Take that, man whose name I only remember when they say it because I forget immediately after.
The mark of Valravn.
Valravn, of course, I knew that.
One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle,
I wonder how many lore things I
darkness
missed.
grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming.
She does look insane.
I'm still here.
She does look totally off her rocker sometimes. Which I guess you have to be to go on a quest like this. Oh, look how nice it is outside now. No more rain. Wow. You'd have... Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, like... I know that... I'm curious as to how many of the, Oh, this is so much night. Look how much more pleasant this... Oh, and all of his, Oh, no. His effigies are still over there. I was gonna say, all of his things are gone, too. The gates are gone. No, the gates are still there as well. Although not all of them, because before there were the trees that had the hanging skulls, and those are gone. That's cool with the audio design. That is cool with the audio design. My gut instinct says take the upper path? Or does this just bring us back into... Yeah, this brings us back into... Yep. Okay. Yeah, based on what I'm playing right now, Hellblade 2 is more on my radar than it was before. And it was already on my radar. Pretty highly, actually. But this is fantastically done. I could see what people mean by just kind of... Wow, it's a mammoth. How did Skyrim get into Hellblade? That's amazing.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive. Shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees, the mountains, caves.
There's still eyes on the trees, though. You see it, like, up there? They're still watching. Is that Odin? Is it someone new? Alright, why does it look like you're not hanging from anything? The lighting. Very thin rope. I love when games kind of do this too. I really do appreciate when games have this this kind of reminder of there's your goal. Like it was kind of the main focus in Journey, if anybody's ever played Journey, the indie game, where you always see that's where you're trying to get to. The Last of Us does that really well also, where The Last of Us you're constantly moving toward. You'll see this is the building we need to get to, whether it's the Capitol building or in The Last of Us 2 it was the TV station that you're trying to get, and they always have that building kind of present in the background, so you see the site of your goal. I like when games kind of keep that at the forefront.
Can you see the faces too? They're there. If you look for them.
You mean that face? That
Mother?
not hidden face at all?
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer.
So this narrator is speaking directly to me.
She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world.
So there is that kind of fourth wall being broken.
And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Should I be keeping an eye out for Galina's face now, and just the environment as well? Same with kind of the lore stones, and if I find her, will she give me advice or hints? Is her voice in my head as well? Did I do this one? No.
The Northmen say.
Oh, fudge!
The
You
Northmen
gotta
say
hold it.
that Odin has two ravens. Their names are Thought and Memory, and each day he sends them out to fly all across the world. Upon their return, they perch on his shoulders and tell him everything they have seen and heard. In this way, he learns of things far and wide, and for this reason, he is called the Raven God. Senua, like Odin, you must seek wisdom through thought and memory if you are to succeed in your quest.
Alright, I am definitely going to need kind of like an explanation video on this game, because there's a lot here that I think is possibly going over my head. I mean, I get the gist of it. I understand the general concept, but I'm sure there's a lot of deeper things that I'm missing. Should we inspect the door? Oh! The voices are telling me run away. I don't want to run away. Not when he's this wimpy. He can't even hit me. Oh, fudge again.
Finish this. Finish him.
Before you were telling me run away. All right, I should get that guy first, right? And then we use this. And then we just chop the living crap out of you.
They're overwhelming.
Oh, I should have saved it. I should have saved it. Oh, get out of my way, bushes. I can't damn see. God damn it. Now the focus would be great. Now the focus. Ooh, parry.
You won.
These guys I'm getting pretty good. Oh, he says I'm nailing your patterns, baby. You can't stand up.
Anticipate. Get out of the way.
Ooh! Rude. All right, oh fudge! I'm really gonna need to parry you, aren't I? Nope. Light attacks.
People die.
Or oh wait, is this where? Oh fudge! All right, can I just not die to you? Yeah, all right, that's where the kick comes into play. Fudge! Get up. Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
The gate. She can't. It won't open. Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't challenged Cert.
Oh, they're telling me. Okay. Yeah, yep. I figured that guy is gonna be a... break his guard. It is cool the way that they're introducing you to a lot of these elements as well. Welcome back, Jake. 10 million for this game. Yeah, it's they did a really good job. I do see why people would want to say, hey, let's upgrade the combat a little bit. Honestly, it's fun. It's fun. It's different. It's a bit unique from a lot of what we get in other games. It feels distinct. I don't need every game to be a Souls-like. I don't know if anybody else is kind of getting the Souls-like fatigue as I am a bit, but this is a cool game. From the storytelling to the atmosphere, I'm intrigued by exactly what Senua's story is. I'm not going to look anything up until I get further. But I do feel as though there are distinctively elements that I'm missing with this, like things that are maybe going. But seriously, Senua, just close your lips. You're gonna catch flies. Just, there you go. Good job. It is on Game Pass. That's how I'm playing it right now. It is on Game Pass. So, if you wanted to check it out, definitely worth your time. I do want to just take a second to see if there's any. When the medallion glows, hit RT to focus, slows down enemies so you could attack. Like beating Red Dead without Deadeye. Yeah, I thought I was doing good. I play Red Dead. I don't use Deadeye when I play Red Dead either. Alright. Cool. So I think this is probably a good place to stop. I wouldn't mind jumping back into this for next week if I'm free next week, assuming nothing's going on, for next week's Sunday morning chill stream. Sunday morning, I say, as it drifts a bit more into the afternoon. But I do like the idea of kind of starting at like 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish and just streaming a game like this to start the morning on Sundays. I really do like the concept of these Sunday streams. And I'm happy with all of you guys being here. Starfield, Lancelot, Jake, Sips, of course. You're in like every stream, man. Thank you for that. Chris, of course, you're always here too. Who else? Scooter popped by, Timmer popped by, Gyataro, so excuse me. Jake, I said Kappa Jones, Cookie D, Ruthwick, Ionized Salmon, I love that name. Max Reynard, who else? Ion7 as well, stop by. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Over already. Apologies for the backseat gaming. No worries. I don't mind getting I don't mind backseat gaming if it's like try doing this or try out that. You know, those sorts of things I don't mind. What I do mind is spoilers, or if someone right away is like, do this to solve the puzzle. Like, for example, I was clearly stuck on earlier in the stream. I was clearly stuck on what I was supposed to do with highlighting, and then Chris said you got to look for that pattern in the environment. You know, that to me is fine because I very clearly was just I don't know what I'm looking for here. And then usually I'll ask as well. Usually I'll ask as well for that kind of help. So, yeah. But I definitely do want to play this again. When will we be getting the next breakdown? Chris, you're banned. I'm literally, wouldn't be alive. I am literally going to have to, like, find out how to stop you or just turn off my super chat so that you can't. Stop. Thank you. Thank you so much. But seriously, stop. You have given too much. At least until, wait until 2024. You're banned until 2024. For God's sakes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, though. I know what you've messaged me privately. I know what you've said. And I appreciate it. Thank you. No, don't ask what headset. Stop it. No. No. Surprised Chris isn't a mod yet. I mean, there's I have Jonas as a mod. I don't my streams don't get big enough. There you go. He doesn't want that power too. My streams aren't big enough where and there's certain people when it comes to mods, there's certain people I will say that and this isn't like a jab at anybody, but and it's purely running on assumptions, and you know what they say about assumptions, but there's times where you just kind of think and go, not a mod. This person seems like they'd rather just watch. But also my stream, I have Jonas, which Jonas, this is I think the first stream he's ever missed actually, which kudos to him. The Skyrim level up music, yeah. I have a bunch of notifications. There's more that I could probably make based on some of the skits I do in the reviews. The ones that are there, I made a couple GIFs that I did just for fun. I made them on the side. But I like, again, it kind of ties back to Angry Joe. I like the way he does those notifications. I killed Jonas so I could take his place. You can't kill Jonas. I would hire him as an editor if I could afford. As soon as I could afford it, I'm bringing him on board. He said he'd be down for it too. You know, even if it just starts as like 1 video or 2 videos a week, I would love to work with him to do that. Start off with 1 video, I guess. Yes, everybody. Chris, I should be donating to you because it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Jake, happy Father's Day as well. If anybody else watching is a father, happy Father's Day to you. Hope that you do something special with your day. Absolutely. And I would 100%, I want to come back to this. I want to come back to this next week. I would go maybe like, this is just a good stopping point. What did we do? We started at 10, 2-hour, 3-hour stream. That's a good amount. Yeah, and thank you. So anyway, thank you all so much for spending your time here. All of my Damarco's dudes, all of my DamarcoDudes. Dudes. No. But yes, thank you guys for spending the time here. This has been great. Look forward to it next week. I will absolutely do another stream, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might even start a bit earlier, 9:30, because just to give us a little bit more time together, because I like these. And as always, I do hope to see you all next time. I'm good at drawing these things out, but so long, everybody. I really could just go on forever. DamarcoDuders.